Very poor position, catches wind of Zipex, bouncing around the back of the boxes, can't quite catch him out. It's an intense couple of duels going on here, and Burr from Sky on the swing. He's going to catch Buzz by accident. He was aiming for the man behind him, but in a 4v3 now. This retake still looks like a bridge too far. We're going to need to see a lot of kills come through very quickly here. As the bomb is tapped, Zipex has made his way down Ivy. It's a great kill there. Bomb has stopped being defused though, and with that, it is a gorgeous round for Copenhagen Flames to take in the pistol.
At the perfect time, because for the Flames, they're going to have to run through it if they want to find B.
Well, as they gear up with very little time left, Zipex starts to spray, but Bora somehow gets away with that frag, and up against just the Deagles, as much as it is a chokehold, they should be able to come out on top, and that's exactly what's happening, even though TMB kills his teammate in Regali in amidst the carnage. Glade now. Honestly, maybe just the save is in order here so he can keep a pistol into the next, but no, he's keeping on fighting. And the Galils, well, they lap at him. TMB gets a freebie, and that's a very nice 2 on the board for Copenhagen Flames, Brandon.
Even escapes with his life. So that just makes it so much more difficult for Copenhagen Flames to at least trade out. Here strikes Device onto Regali. Not the true warp head-to-head, since he only had a Galil.
Yeah, just needs to ensure the burn from Sky doesn't peak at the wrong time, and Rals, as utility continues to raid down, Brandon. It's getting harder and harder for Astralis to stick this as Bird from Sky, not known to be an author, still manages to pick one up.
It's done. There's no time. Yeah, they haven't got it. Astralis, no kit. Honestly, no clue as to where Rolls was on the afterplant the entire time.
Now you'll have to do a lot of work with just for Desert Eagle. The Dastardly Deagle misses the first, but Borup does not in retaliation. Zipex's head ripped cleanly off. And it's a nice spot up of the smoke here, but Bird from Sky spots him neatly. Nade from Sky will cut him down, and with that, Flames are on for potentially their 5th round in a row, especially if Borup can find that frag, but no. Blade will deny, has a bit of util left, and he's not done fighting yet as he tries to prove. But again, Bird from Sky pests him, blame F. It's a nice 1D, but still the man advantage for the likes of Flames.
Yeah, really good utility as well. Spam connecting onto the device. Astralis can't quite catch a break. Rolls will put him in the dirt.
Sooner rather than later, but Zipex is here with no util left. In fact, there's only 2 flashbangs on the entire CT side. Not that there's much better util stockpilage on the Flame side, but Zipex has now been joined by a teammate as they dance around the back of Generator. Rals ensures that it takes 2 to tango. 1 will fall. Blade does trade. Time is running low. The bomb can get planted. Bird from Sky, again not known to be an AWPer, misses a shot as Flame F finds one instead. Flame F, a fantastic duo of shots. As Glade will shut things down, and Astralis finally put one on the board. And slip through the nets, they could well be about to get a taste of their own medicine, and their entire plan could fall apart. But just Buzz alone on the site for now. Has 3 to deal with. Rotations come on in. Glade, the IGL, is here to help one out, but Borup. And this is perfectly played by Astralis. They just need to capitalize on the frags here. As the boost doesn't get anything done, Regali does instead. First man down for Astralis, but still the man advantage. And Zipex is yet to reveal his position. He's really biding his time here, though. The time is ticking. Util lacking on a single flashbang remains. As TMB, how has he gotten there? Device does trade, though. And they do push towards the side. But Borup and Regali, they find one apiece. Flame F finally will trade things out. But it's only him left in the 1v1. Regali, despite his low HP, he might have done enough. And yes, he has. There's not enough time for Flame, despite the kit. All can be picked on up, and that will be a stick for Copenhagen Flames.
More often than not, Astralis finding the opening kills on these rifle rounds. However, as soon as I say that, Bird from Sky just finds 2 at B and makes me eat my words temporarily and makes Astralis, oh,
good
dear,
lord,
eat a whole lot worse. Regali on towards Glaive. 5 versus 2. There's a lot of low HP players, and on Device, he can certainly just pick apart a couple of them.
Oh, but the timing, though, it loses to both of them. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Bird from Sky finally goes down, and Device adds his 2nd in the round to Vitali. He's starting to get a little bit misshapen here. With 30 seconds to go, they do head back to B. And Device, he's going to hear these footsteps. Are they going to clear his angle, or will they anticipate him being down the stairs? They do not clean him. And with that, Afamas is traded on out. And Device finds another one, leading Growls into the 1v1. Blame F. He's got a lot less to do now, thanks to the AWPer's prowess on the rifles. Blame F catches, rolls off guard. And by God, what a hero round there from Device.
That you can't give over to a team like Astralis. They just have so much experience. And Device is just going to thrive on the confidence. Eliminates Rolls, now zips in a horrible angle for them to try and clear. Lined up and knocked down.
Again, I don't think he's going to be too short-changed with that. Flame F catches Regali completely off guard, and Astralis, at least in some rounds, have been very good at getting into the back lines behind this Flames roster. Bird from Sky now. He is good. He is one of the heroes of Vertigo. But he's not 1v5 with a Mac 10 good, as he's shut down eventually by Zipex.
His advanced positioning now, run boost over, not going to fall for it. Instead, just tries to lock in Borup with Zip taking the first contact. This is perfectly played by the B players.
He's the front runner towards the A bomb site, but Device is still here, ready to receive them. Blame F even more so. He's up close and personal. This appears to be his favourite spot as Bird from Sky finally spots him out and removes him, but Device, he's overwatching, catches the first, and Bird from Sky, well, he's just a sitting duck, it seems. Or perhaps not. Device is decapitated in the process, but Zipex again on a cheeky flank. Well, he cuts down the Bird from the rear, and with that, they got a good coach and two up-and-come. Well, you can't call Blame F an up-and-comer anymore, but Buzz very much is so, and as they come up the ramp, Blade sprays down the first in Bird from Sky. No more entries for him. And again, it just looks so locked down for Astralis. Blame F. A great readjustment and rolls. I don't think there's much he can do in this situation, as Astralis really are looking dominant now on this CT side.
Oh, hang on. No, it's fine. Zipnix does step back in. Very difficult crossfire to break if you're the Flames.
Yeah, I mean, with a man deficit, okay, maybe not. Borup, that's a lovely nade on Zoo Blame F. And with that, it will be a 2 versus 2 towards this bomb site. Nades, they do rain back in reply, but Borup does at least get the bomb down. Falls to the Flames, though. And Regali, he's good, but is he 1 versus 3 against Astralis good? Very nervous about a rear flank. Zipex has ensured that conditioning is there, but Zipex has now been killed in front of him, so he can feel a little more comfortable in deciding that both are in front of him on the site. Also, sticking the bomb does go down. Device is none the wiser to his opposition's position. Regali continues to dance around the short side, but with that bomb being stuck, Regali needs to swing on it, needs to find that shot. Will miss the opener through the smoke, and with that, Device will clutch things out for Astralis. And off the back of it, they will be taking the lead. One time you don't want an AWP is when you're spamming through smoke to try and kill a diffuser. And Regali gets completely caught off by that circumstance. Bird from Sky again caught off by the AWP of Device. He's been in the same position round after round, but still finding so much impact, so many opening kills. And look at him chasing them down. Look at the confidence Device is exhuming. And Copenhagen Flames, they've just been sandwiched again, and nobody is watching the angle. Regali goes down to 4v2. It's a nightmare scenario for the Danes.
Copenhagen Flames cannot get the best of him in these openers. TMB, that's a good reposition, but doesn't expect Buzz to be walking alongside Glaive. 1 versus 2 at least. Borup has the bomb, and for now, he can roll out the red carpet. It's a free bomb site. Well, that is until Zipnix just rotates in here.
Oh, the plant, though, perfectly placed. Zipnix has no idea, but unfortunately for Borup, Buzz sees him leave said smoke, and with that, Astralis really been able to deal with. As now they look to again deal with a B-side push, but this time there's 3 to Vitali to deal with. Zipex points to first, quickly traded, but Glaive is there with Buzz. I love this little crossfire. Buzz from Quad goes unchecked, and he's got so much utility to keep himself alive. Does have to use his smoke, but it's no real issue. Bird from Sky runs on in, spamming down, and Buzz does actually fall to that spam.
Another nade can be thrown on as well. Sky does move out the way and fully blind. Oh, hang on a second. It looked a little bit dangerous, but Glaive cleans up. Astralis takes.
Yeah, it's a nice opening kill. Glaive is dropped quite soon, but it's still going to be a nightmare retake for the Flames. Buzz catches Bird from Sky. Zipex another. Wow. Was that a Glock burst? My God, Regali falls tandem, and Riles, he just gets sucker punched, leaving only Borup in a 1v4. What can the poor man do? Falls back, tries to bait in a couple, does at least decapitate Device, but Buzz is there for the trade. No kit saved on over, no round.
Yeah, but they also spotted the triple boost, so they're going to have to go B. or at least the lure that they're going to try to. Buzz has taken very good space, spots out the player towards Guardian.
Weaponry disparity here, Brandon. There's just very little that Flames can do to really wriggle their way back into this round. They do have a nade they can throw on the bomb plants, and the Buzz already killed Borup, and Zipex a follow-up. Regardless, the HE does come in handy, but would you look at this? They've gone around the world. They're off the way. They know there's only one man left. They know he's only on a Desert Eagle. And that's why Device sits here very comfortably in elevators with a back 10. And Regali, he's about to walk straight into his open arms. A bit of cash cow farming there for Device.
Look at these rotates. 3 players already on A. Device finds 1. That was the original ramp player. Wasn't sure if he was expecting TMB, but how on earth do you account for Regali, who's just hid himself in towards Gap? They're not really checking. Regali on the swivel. Now he's been spotted. Zip! Oh my goodness me, what an incredible shot. Borup left all alone, scratching his head, wondering how on earth do I need to try and clutch this up, or...
But they do it slowly, still keeping that element of doubt in the minds of Copenhagen Flames, but no longer, as the full might of Astralis' utility just comes on into play, but so does Bird from Sky. Glaive goes down, and there's a readjustment. As you said, I don't think there's enough time for that bomb to go down, especially not now. Beautifully done at Blame F. He's actually killed off the time. Device, can he cling on? Yes, he can. That's a lovely 1D. And with that, Copenhagen Flames finally... Yeah, they're just playing Benny Hill music in the smoke down there. And Device... Well, the retaliation damage is nice, but Rals's extension. A nice change of pace for the Flames here as Borup finds another. Clinging onto his life in the back of quad also buys time for some rotation to come in. And Glaive is last aligned with Zipex behind him. Was that a... No, that was not a team grenade. Do not worry. The grenade sails on over from CT as Glaive sails up close and personal. TMB loses his head as Rals ensures Zipex goes down after the bomb plant. And I don't think the IGL is long for this world. No, very quickly removed. And that is now 2 in the row for the Flames. Actually have a bit of a close affair on our hands. As TMB has a pretty close nade to the face. Takes him down to 78. But, oh, he actually wins that opening engagement. And Bird from Sky, another Device to trade. As he gets to eat another nade. Smoke down. But I'm enjoying this man advantage for the Flames right now. Oh, but not for long.
A might not expect this full commitment on B.
Full commitment seems to be delivering, but Regali delivers a killing blow, and down goes Buzz early doors. A nice spray comes through from Glaive, though. It does even up the numbers, but look at how steadfast Regali is on this angle. Doesn't deal with Device, though, and Device claps back immediately. Borup now. It's a rough scenario. Massive nade damage there, but the Molotov is not quite fast enough. The one-way does not work out, and so he goes creeping straight into Vice's crosshair. Very nice pre-aim there. F's tactics of run down ramp and hope for a kill. Well, from Sky, looks to support his teammate in Rals. A bit of spam comes through, but by God, Device, does he even see Bird from Sky
wow.
there? Or was that just elegance and luck?
He even wallbang rolls to give up the audio cue, and that's why 3 players have just swung on him. Now Regali's stuck. Molly doesn't actually land, but it still gives away his position. Device is on the burst fire with the Glock. I don't know what's going on, but Astralis, they're winning out every single engagement. TMB does strike back, but guess what? It's him in a 1 versus 5.
Yeah, Benet gets 1. But not much else. Zipex, that was lovely to finish the deal. Has taken a lot of presence with TMB. They've ensured the entirety of middle is cleared on out. The Borup very quickly cleaned out as there is a boost at the top of the stairs, and Buzz gets a freebie onto Borup.
No, they tried the run boost. No. They tried the run boost and he missed. Oh dear.
No.
Panic stations for Copenhagen Flames. They're throwing everything in the kitchen sink at Astralis, trying to stay afloat. But with Buzz in his close position, everyone compounding, bullets raining through so many smokes. Astralis, they're in touching distance and closing out Copenhagen Flames' map pick. And with Zip just on the edge of this smoke, it's just rolls remaining. Time's running down so low. He's been caught out with the spam, and it just feels like a matter of time.
Speaking of time, I mean, Rals has got none left to even defuse. There's no kit in hand. The Deagle sitting lonely. Rals sitting lonely, and Glaive rips his head cleanly off, putting him out of his misery. And
Astralis picks the river straight down the middle of the map. through. Red, they go bounding out. Bird from Sky. It takes him a while to deal with device, and that allows Astralis a lot of opportunity. My goodness me, 1 kill for 4. They'll take that all day long. Bomb planted. It's just Regali left.
No real hope of winning. He has to isolate these duels somehow, and is given an opportunity towards Zipex, but would you know, there's a man behind him. Glaive is on a mission, as is Regali, but unfortunately, there is no longer any time to complete said mission, and the IGL of Astralis has got him completely boxed in. He might not win the fight, but he does at least win the round. A valiant effort there from Regali, 3 to Vitali, but doesn't survive the exit, so loses his Kevlar.
Hanging around there for too long, and they've rotated in, and everyone is here. I was going to say that's great, but the issue you've got is that Rolls is completely isolated in Donut. There's no chance that rifle to be recovered, and Blame F is just doing his favourite thing in the world.
Oh, he loves a good eco frag. He's absolutely farming them up here in device. Finally puts Regali to bed, but with that Blame F, he finds a triple server right now. Why not heading over to our partners at Hellcase? Use code CCT for a free 70 cent and a 10% deposit bonus. Device again, deposits left to the head of Bird from Sky. TMB does successfully trade on out. There's a bit further damage onto Blame F as well. 4 up now. Oh my goodness. Gets nothing done as Glaive immaculately removes him from play. And Raul's cut off by a Molotov. There's not much he can really do in return. Glaive, though, surely he's going to turn around for this. Raus does get one, but it's a swift trade from the IGL, but TMB's position goes yet unchecked. And as I say that, Blame F gets a 2K spray down, and the round is over, because I didn't realise he was on a rear flank, and neither did.
Just when Copenhagen Flames have reinvested everything, at least they're playing further back, but Blame F has got complete control of the bomb site. And in fact, Bird from Sky's flashbang will actually aid him out. This is incredible. There are trades aplenty with chaos on the server. It's a 2 versus 2. Borup keeps on fighting. And he's got to be careful with your Glaive because you've got the bomb. You have that C4 and you've rotated away. But Device is being held by Regali. And suddenly, Copenhagen Flames...
Comes down to timings here, and that is ridiculous, Brendan. But I think Regali might have spotted him. Sees the barrel now, cuts him down cleanly. And finally, Flames put their first on the board off the back of the man who I said... Yes.
But you know what, Astralis, they're stubborn in their approach. They're going to run it right back.
Oh my goodness, the timing eludes Borup completely, and with that, Bird from Sky is mullered where he stands. Borup spams back through the smoke, but to no avail as again. The site is taken so swiftly by Astralis. Blame F another as TMB gets nothing done, and in a matter of seconds, it's a 1v5 for Regali. Does find the first, forced on back by flashbangs, and the utility does even more damage. He will be going at it alone, at least for now. Will he walk into the open arms of Regali, or will he catch a timing here as they play ring around the roses, and Regali does come up trumps for this one. They fly on through. He might still not be able to save, but yes, the AWP will go through for... I think the timing difference has changed by only 1.5 seconds from the CT spawn, but still it has changed this map in a wondrous fashion, making it a lot more even as Device evens up the man count. Peeks back in for further carnage. Regali, though, does trade on back. Yeah, so far, the Battle of the AWPs on this one's actually been favouring Regali a little bit.
Take a look at Glaive. He's through Temple. Zip's been spotted by Rolls, who's now playing the discipline. But Zip this is turned around. That's a nice shot. There's more where that came from as well. Zip can just try and pen them in, but no, instead, don't really have at the moment, but Blame F is pushing. And he decapitates TMB.
That is a dastardly execution there, as now Regali and Bird from Sky, they had the advantage, but now health is whittled, man count whittled further. And Regali, they leave no stone unturned, no HE unlearned when it comes to the map of Ancient. And Glaive, that is promiscuous. Down goes Raoul's, leaving a single discombobulated B defender in Bird from Sky. Does now have help in the form of Regali, but Bird from Sky doesn't need help, at least for now, in K. But that Molotov, it spreads wide, and so does Glaive with his swing. He's not even had an AWP for half the time. Device about to peek on him with his big green, though will ensure the Device has not netted that opportunity. Borup now swings as well into a 2v2, and perhaps a lifeline in the round for this squad.
Oh, Blame F, this is a dangerous game. You're trying to win out, and Borup shows us exactly why. Glaive, at the very least, does have the bomb on his back, but with 15 seconds left. He's thinking about progressing through middle. That's a good find onto Regali and knows that borup was in towards red. 10 seconds. There's more than enough time. borup needs to close the gap without utility. And he does. It's significant damage. Swaps to the pistol because it's faster than reloading. borup is just going to try and stick the bomb. Call Glave's bluff, and it's worked perfectly. Copenhagen Flames steal away a 2 versus 4.
In the grand scheme of things, they still aren't anywhere near able to win out this first half. borup, you have to win this duel, though, and down goes Glaive. Another to fall, perhaps not. Instead, the Vice trades back. And Zipix a Molotov into Cable, deny Ral's any trading opportunity. A miserable game from him so far. 2 in 10 is his KD, his buzz. Ensures the opposition, IGL, gets no buzz from another frag.
Big fight coming in towards mid. Observers well aware of it as well, because Blame is stuck between 2 defenders, and Rolls actually comes back to help. Issue you've got is no, never mind. Regali finds Device. This is now a 3 versus 2. This is now doable for Copenhagen Flames.
Yeah, Rals, it'd be a great time for him to step up here for his own confidence and for another round to Vitali, edging his way out, catches Buzz. A fantastic position to strike from, but Zipix, he's still alive and kicking, but unfortunately, cut off by a Molotov. It's not going to be enough to stop him. Zipix, a 1 versus 3 clutch, another to Vitali. The AWP will not be picked on over, but it is 9 on the board to Astralis.
Final in 2.
No, and not in a dominant as fashion as this. TMB, though. Oh, dominated early doors. Buzz, it's a lovely entry. From Sky, cut off behind a veil of smoke. In fact, he doesn't even get the opportunity to frag as he's cut down immediately. Is it a safe call already? Saving for the final round.
It's actually the correct decision to try and hunt this. You've got a flashbang on Glaive, you can potentially lob through, but no, they decide to concede it.
Sky, he's been on 5 kills for a damn long time here. In fact, 2 of his teammates have even worse KDs. 4 and 11, 4 and 12, and TMB looks to improve that slightly, but Device swift to trade him out. Would you look at that from Blame F? Bird from Sky, caught running away yet again. They're cowering. But his frags have been few and far between. Regali. Oh my god, that's a cracker of a shot, but it's a 3v3 still, and time is ticking. And this time, much better util discipline from Astralis. They have used up their last piece, but at least it has delayed for another 8 seconds. Rals, very nice headshot onto Zip. Regali, another, and by god, they have actually done it. They do at least net themselves 4 on the board. It's going to be tight with them. Make some noise, but the bomb's not actually committing here. And Regali, my goodness, he really has had a stunner of a series. He's now out-fragging Blame F. He could be the ceiling of the deal here. Oh, this is rather intense trigger discipline, finally. Looks to put a bullet in the back of the head of Regali. Device, you might want to land your shot. Oh, that's a rough one, Brandon, as it's now a 2v4 for Astralis.
Yep, and they now know it's on B. Yeah, what a round. I thought Copenhagen Flames were overcomplicating it because it looked like they were going to reset back in towards A. But no, they didn't. They stuck to the process and it did work out. It's a very important pistol win for this.
Copenhagen Flames will even commit to it just yet. This burn from Sky committing alone towards Donut has been baited into a crossfire. Lovely stuff by Blame F. Buzz find another. TMB only good for the single trade, and with that, Copenhagen Flames already fighting from the backlines. Glaive goes down with borup, or excuse me, ensures borup goes down to his fragging. Blame F finds TMB, and this leaves just Regali in a 1v3, and it's not looking fantastic for him here as Glaive is just toying with his food. And now he could go down after time, Brandon, which would be particularly brutal.
They have got a good understanding of what's going on, and by resetting in towards middle with a double donut setup, just worked out perfectly. Although there is a 1-for-1 trade towards A main to kick things off. Look at the amount of control Astralis have in towards mid, and Buzz finding TMB. That's going to force Copenhagen Flames back.
Nobody's really looking for this push, and oh, he rips the head straight off the bomb carrier. Great information gained, and with that, look at the readjustment from Zipix.
Joined in support by Zip, so these Astralis players won't go it alone, but Copenhagen Flames do. Look at this push from Bird from Sky. It's so close, but Blame F will just win it out anyway, and Regali is not long for this world either.
Well, his knee has been spotted, but I don't think they quite realise it. As he swings wide into a blinded Regalian, this round's already fallen apart.
Yeah, just teetering between the different sides of the boxes, waiting for a flashbang before he peeks. Everything is done with intent, and now look at Device. He's pushing, he's making sure that this round is locked in for Astralis. Bird from Sky gets deleted by both bullets and HEs. Rolls meets the same fate. It's all Device in the kill feed, and it's all Borup.
Look at that. He ebbs through the backline to Zipex. Has seen this man reveal his position. A flashbang rains on through, but it's not going to pop in time. Zipex just holds left click, holds the spray, finds the frag.
You've got a Galil, but the utility is sparse. That's why it's going to be a quicker play. Straight up towards B. Ramp the Device is here. The spray is good for 2. Glaive with another flashbang, but caught in between 2 mines. 3 versus 3, bomb planted, and weapons can be recovered.
Everyone is kitted up on the Astralis side, and Buzz is looking to push through here. Borup unable to deny, not enough HP to get the job done, and with that, Buzz finds another gorgeous stuff from the youngster. Manukin on the block, and TMB, he does catch one, but it's still a 1v2. Zipex cuts him down. Is there enough time on the clock, though? It's going to be a close one. BlameF will be sticking it, and oh, in the nick of time, Astralis, they steal away 16 rounds, and they absolutely decimate their Danish rivals in Copenhagen Flames, knocking them out of the tournament.